Welcome back to the Vainglory World Invitational here in Seoul, South Korea. My name is Donjon, joined by Blueberry. Still joined by Blue. You're still here?
I'm still here.
He tuckered up. I don't know where he came from, but he's still here somehow.
Welcome everyone. Well, the second match is coming up from the semi-finals here. We have the Divine Brothers from Japan fighting against Hunters from China. So, well, do you think they can come back in the second match?
No, I hope not.
Oh, that was a clear statement.
No, I mean, I said it already. I hope that actually Hunters is going to take it home.
Yeah.
Not that I don't like Stan Smith, /Moon, or Deju. It's just like, I like how they are playing. I like how Queen is somehow calling the shots.
Yep.
I like how the synergy is, and there we can see her actually. And I'm still wondering if you can play with those nails. Blue, you sometimes have those nails, I saw, though. Any?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay, maybe you mixed me up, but never mind. Well, Divine Brothers, led by Stan Smith here, a very, very famous pro player from Japan. Maybe they will have a chance to come back. As already said before we quit the first match, I'm very excited to see the bans. Will there be a change? Will there be a change in picks? Will Fortress get banned? Finally, can Queen?
Finally?
Yeah, because every time...
Queen is doing a really good job. Yeah, you need to mention
every
that.
time she picks Fortress, the match is going to be very, very good for Hunters. So that could be a possible change here tonight in the semi-finals. And let's see about Stan Smith here. Very concentrated, looking down on his device. A lot of talk going on here. And the Chinese team being patient as usual. Let's see who is going to take it home. I mean, the Chinese team, they can wrap it up.
Yeah, I have interesting fact. We saw actually the Chinese casters are sitting directly next to the Japanese casters.
Yeah.
So I wonder what is happening afterward. Are they shaking hands as well? I mean, our teams are already out, so...
Yeah, hopefully. Oh, Adagio and Koshka. So Divine Brothers, they banned Koshka. And Hunters, they banned Adagio.
I mean, and Queen already like soft blocked instantly as soon as the screen switched. We saw the bans, and Fortress was nearly insta locked.
We know the insta lockers.
We know you.
Different context, but you know what I'm talking about. So look at this again. We see Ringo and Vox together. So this is not the first time we see the comp played by Hunters. Very interesting.
Nope.
Worked out a lot. The kiting does very well. The ganks, I know the gap closers with the sonic zoom from once. Very interesting. And /Moon locked in his first choice, Ringo. And what is this?
We do have a Rona pick. That is so cool. Stan Smith is picking a Rona into a Ringo and a Fortress.
Welcome everyone here, second match semi-finals, World Invitational here in Seoul, South Korea. And Stan Smith, just to come back to that one, yesterday morning breakfast in the hotel, he told me when I got the coffee, you know what? I said, what? I think I'm gonna play Rona. I thought he was kidding, but he is not kidding. There we see they are going to start passively in the jungle. And this is very interesting because Hunters are again invading so early. And look at this, they continue putting pressure on Stan Smith, and they have to exit here the jungle throughout the lane. And now trying to catch up with /Moon here. Wow. All right. Well, items, nothing too spectacular. Finally, we see the Book of Eulogies coming back on Godfather. We see a lot of like Swift Shooters or Weapon Blade if we see a Ringo, but this time Book of Eulogies coming back here. /Moon still going for the Weapon Blade, and Stan Smith in the jungle with Rona trying to be like somehow the bruiser.
Yeah, Queen's playing it aggressive again. She's telling the team, let's go in, let's go in, let's go in, and let's focus Deju. But Queen, you are going so low and you're falling so fast because there is a lot of damage out of that Rona, jumping in perfectly with her into the fray. And now Godfather might fall as well. The ability is, nope, no jump up, but it's fine. Godfather should be fine. But the into the fray, man, just jumping on top. and slowing them down.
Not the best start for the Chinese team here. I think they are not used to it, especially in the recent matches we have seen. They always have the upper hand in the very early and mid-game. Can put up the pressure very high, especially Queen, but she got taken down as the first. And very nice, just to point it out again, Stan Smith playing Rona with a double weapon blade. So, I mean, the tactic is clear. Slash Moon, a triple weapon blade. They want to go poor weapon power here on the Halstenfold, guided by Daewoo. Regular item build. He has the O card together with the contract, Iron God contract. Nothing too spectacular. Once he's going again for such a big amount of early attack speed, double swift shooter.
And we see that actually, sorry to interrupt you, we see that actually a lot on Voxes. And for me, when I played with Stan Smith and the Alvaro on the stage of the Twitch, not stadium, but at the Twitch stage, basically against the devs, old school, also really, really good high-skilled laner for Team Fusion. He told me, yeah, you can go for a Swifty on your Vox, but you need to be really, really good. Okay. Actually, so I choose a book.
Well, honest statement here. And it's very interesting to see Stan Smith going for the weapon power. Why? Because of the passive from Rona, which is Berserker's Fury. So she gains 50%, she's attacking 50% faster, but deals only 80% damage, which is very interesting.
I think that's the only ability which is like decreasing your damage.
Yep. Yep, like the only passive we know.
Oh, passive, sorry.
Yeah, the
which is basically
heroic perk.
Yeah.
And that's very good. So it's useful to go for early weapon damage. And then if you really need it in the end, maybe attack speed. But I don't know, because Rona's more like a bruiser going in, engaging with the leap. Yeah, into the fray, trying to jump in and slow the enemy.
Let's see. I love the ability, and especially like a red mist. We didn't see it yet. It's her ultimate. It looks like a I don't know what to refer to.
Spinning with the axe.
Yeah, like she's spinning with a double-bladed axe. It's double-bladed actually.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, most likely seeing Rona picked on weapon, obviously, and then most times I saw her actually on a double mask, and we have one more time going for that early, I need to say it one more time, early weapon infusion.
Yeah.
And that's actually quite common for him now. We saw on his Vox, I don't know how often, but we saw it a couple of times that he actually picked a weapon infusion before finishing even one tier 2 item.
So now the idea behind all this, a lot of attack speed if you go for weapon infusion, then you have some nice weapon power, and with the base attack speed, that should hurt in the next team fight. So we will definitely activate it when it's needed. Next team fight shouldn't be too far away, but not a lot of action for now. So both teams aware of the fact that, hey, this is the final match. It can be the final match. It's the second match of the semifinals here. So Hunters, well, they won the first match. So therefore, Divine Brothers under, let's say, a bit of pressure, but doing pretty good at the moment.
And also something just to jump back on Rona, since it's the newest hero, so we need to talk a bit about that.
Absolutely.
Also, I think the second hero in total for all heroes in Vainglory, which is not working on energy.
Incoming 2-1, 250 damage. They are trying to poke a lot here. Daewoo jumping in, and there comes Rona Stan Smith leaping, and the Godfather going down to Ringo. Very well played. Boots activated once, might fall as well. Ringo picking up the second kill. 4-0 Divine Brothers. What's happening to Hunters? Look at this, a lot of communication going on here, and they are immediately taking the gold mine for the early gold advantage.
Yeah, and that Ringo / Moon sitting on a 3-0-0, and he's again sitting on his main. He played Ringo in the second match, and like in the first and the second match against Team Fusion, and he did such a wonderful job. I mentioned it before the first match against Hunters. Nearly 20k gold, a lot of last hits, good web awareness, and now they kept it open. Yeah, Hunters kept it open for him, and he's using it. We just saw Actually, the red missed the first time there by Stan Smith. Using 2 last. And oh, Slash Moon getting here actually ulted. I'm not quite sure if he will fall down. On the other side, we do see some Achilles shots going in. He should be fine. His health bar is actually
very close.
Super close, and he had nothing to do again. I mean, he had his reflex block, but that was on cooldown. So close one, buddy, and just picked a weapon infusion as well.
Yeah, all right. So Queen here going for the Fountain of Renewal. Of course, one of the core items. She's also going for some shield, which is very interesting because the other team is mainly doing weapon damage, not a lot of crystal damage. I mean, the Achilles shot and the Hellfire Brew ultimate from Ringo, of course, is all crystal damage, but the auto attacks is what hurts the most. Nonetheless, I think not the worst pick, having a lot of defense because you want to stay in the fight, in the crowd, applying the bleeding to the enemy and prepare the kill. And let's see how this is going to turn out. Godfather here has also weapon fusion next to the tension bow, and we see a blazing salvo on the wands, attack speed over attack speed, and the crystal bit now on the end of the item build, as you can see on the bottom. Very interesting. Haven't seen that yet before, or otherwise I have missed it. But they were going in for the fight. Bleeding applied here to the tank, which is the wrong target. Ultimate coming up, and there we see the ultimate from Rona. He's spinning and spinning. And can they take the kill? 7-0? Oh my god. I mean, Rona, what a play here. Stan Smith together with Slash Moon and Daewoo.
Yes. Ed and Eddie, by the way, got pushed out there from Deja Vu the first time as well. And something I want to mention, this game starts off just the other way around. We have now an 8-0, a 7-0, excuse me, for the Divine Brothers. And in the game before, we had actually an 8-0 coming in very, very early for Hunters. We are now 8 minutes into the game. And I mean, gold is so widened already. We have 9k gold, 9.2k gold for Divine Brothers, 5.7 are sitting on the side front Team Hunters. And the Fountain on Queen, after that ace, just finished. We have the tension bell sitting next to the Book of Eulogies. There we go, Eulogies for Godfather. And on the other side, another tension bow, and actually the tier 2 book. It's not the tier 2 book.
Well, he used the boots to engage. Now comes the counter engage. Stan Smith going in, going for the ultimate, dealing a lot of damage, and now he gets a lot of poke. He has to disengage. There comes the ultimate, kind of blocked, but he's falling in the end. Well, very low fortress on the right side. Double kill for Ringo. What a play here. Very, very well done. There we see Cream autocorrect and Medic here in the crowd.
Yeah, I heard that they got deleted.
Oh, well, I didn't say that. I think you misunderstood me there. So they are going for the gold mine here, trying to keep up in terms of gold. And very interesting, if you're asking yourself, like, what is the yellowish bar below the health bar from Rona? Yeah. It is blood rage. It is instead of energy. So how do you gain blood rage? It's generated from basic attacks, abilities, and taking damage from enemies. This is very interesting. So it's something totally different. You don't need any energy for Rona. But if you go for energy, it will be converted into in-combat blood range regeneration.
So you can still buy a Halcyon Potion to regain rage.
Absolutely.
That's what you're saying. So you can actually use the Halcyon Potion to rage?
I'm not sure this is 100% sure, but it could be.
I thought that's what, at least that's what the ability says.
Yeah.
So yeah, besides Arden, the second hero in Vainglory, which is actually not bounded by a blue bar, by a yellow bar beneath the health bar. And it's curious. I'm curious actually why Stan choose to play Rona now, and I thought actually if he would have said that to me at the breakfast table, I would have said, oh, well, stop trolling me, please.
Yeah, I thought he did. Like, he knows that we do the commentary, and I thought he wants to kind of lead me into the wrong direction, but he was right. He has a Sorrow... honest. He has a Sorrow Blade finish. So, Bruiser, a lot of health bar here. So if she starts to spin, that hurts. Daewoo, Fountain of Renewal. Same goes for Queen on the other side, both playing Fortress. And the Storm Guard banner I see this for, I think, the very first time.
Yeah,
Will we
that's what I
see-
actually just saw. That's the first time that we actually maybe see someone buying the vision item. I need to call it vision item since vision is actually stated in the description of the item.
Can be contraption. Would be the
Yep.
first time. I hope.
Would be also the first time, sorry to interrupt you, would also be the first time that actually someone is doing something out of a contract.
That's true. And Captain Nido will smile a lot when someone is doing that. I can see him there hoping for someone going for contraption.
Yeah, he doesn't care how the game is ending, just wants to see the contraption and the result screen.
Once he's going for an alternating current. Well, haven't seen that for a long time. I think the last time it was from Gangsters. It was Iraqi Zor. He went for the alternating current. Very discussable item choice, but for once, 0-3 currently not the best. I mean, we're just 12 minutes in the game. They are 2,000 gold behind. Still chance for Hunters to wrap it up and go to the finals. Divine Brothers, they are on their best way to go for the third match. They want to force the third match, which is out of any bands, so everyone can pick what he or she wants.
I wonder why they did not pick Celeste again. I really do. Godfather did a really good job on that.
That is a really good question.
I mean, he out-roamed everyone on the roaming vision machine because she's like so good if you want to check bushes in general. Like, not even bushes. You can check actually every area which is not showing an enemy yet because they might be out of vision. So gold mine getting picked really quick though. Ed and Eddie are getting just popped to see if the enemy is coming in. That's the applause there, right, for you guys. Nice pick from the gold mine. I think still this is quite even. That might be a team fight. Wait for it, it's coming in. Ed and Eddie from the other side are getting popped as well. We do see Rona jumping in. Where is Stan Smith? There he is. He's canceling his ultimate. He's dying. Godfather is the next target. He should bleed down. The Achilles shot is coming in. Oh, a scout trap is killing him. No, the wolf is killing him. Stan Smith, the only one dying from the Vine Brothers. The twins, both still alive. Ringo and Fortress, /Moon and Deju, they will try to push that turret down, and they should be able to.
You know why?
Why?
This happened?
Why, Daddy?
Yeah, why? Because I think Hunters completely focused in the first few seconds they wore Fortress. I was thinking like, what? Does it really happen? I mean, it's the semifinals of the Worlds, but yeah, it happens, and I think that was not the best play there. They should go for it, definitely. /Moon here, 5-1 and 4, a lot of damage here with the Tension Bow and the Serpent Mask. And you know what? I do see the first Warhorn of the Vainglory Worlds here, bought by Daewoo. Very, very nice to see that one.
Sorry, Captain Nido.
The chance was there, I mean, theoretically, but he decided to go for the other one, so maybe next time.
This time it's actually very, very even in terms of scout traps, but Queen getting poked, and it's the Fortress, so they don't want to do that. Once it's getting melted, but there's a fountain getting popped, and nope, Stan is there, and /Moon as well. 7-1 for /Moon, doing actually a very good job. He might pick up Queen as well. There's Achilles shot, tension bow damage coming in, and there it is, another ace coming in for Divine Brothers, and that's the face of Queen.
So,
and, yep.
Looks like we were right at the very beginning of the match when we said, well, looks like the matchup is very even.
Yes.
Both teams likely to be 50-50. It doesn't look like in each match, but in the end, seems like both teams have their strengths and weakness both available here, and hopefully we go for the third match.
So since we saw in the first match, actually, in ban against Ringo, against /Moon, most likely. In the second match, we did not see the Ringo ban.
Yep.
And Fortress was open, and obviously Rona was open, so they picked Rona. Do you think they're going to swap the ban into Rona against Stan? I don't think so. I don't think so, because I could see actually banning that they are going to ban Ringo again, picking Celeste again if they are not getting banned. I mean, we are not yet in the third match. Sorry, I'm way too far ahead, but that's just something I just thought about.
I think it's totally legal to talk about that. So I totally agree. I think Rona ban would be crazy to sum it up in one word.
that's,
and there is no reason to ban Rona, to my concern, to my understanding.
No,
and Ringo would be the way to go, or even though it's Celeste, because they think that they might pick Celeste the next game. But anyway, 13-3 is the score. 18.9k versus 13.3k. Kraken is here. Very nice view from the top of the map. And look at this Slash Moon. He's just the damage there. He's just checking the Kraken. There is a Scout Trap next to the Kraken on the right side. Just could see it. So there's a lot of actually there is vision provided from Hunters. They can see Kraken any time.
That's true, and to point that out, Slash Moon is sitting also on a breaking point, so he wants to stack that one, and therefore Stan on a Shiver Steel, which he just barred. That's kind of odd. I tried to think of a build where a Shiver Steel is actually built into a Rona build. I totally agree, since you do have that breaking point, you want to have it stacked. And then wait for it coming in. Hellfire Brew as well onto Slash Moon is getting a bit low, and Once is falling from a Scout Trap from the side. Godfather should fall as well. On the other side, we do actually see Deja Vu. No, Godfather got one kill, but falling in the end. I love those Ringos. Like, that's always for a Ringo. If they are nearly death, they always still try to get at least a trade kill, a trade-off kill when they are dying. And not a Kraken call yet. And something interesting is that Deja Vu on Fortress is sitting on a 5-0-8. And the carry from the jungle, Stan Smith on Rona, sitting on 2-2-9.
Yeah, I mean, it's very hard to get anyone down. They are both, they have a lot of health. They're going now for Kraken. It's, yeah, the right call. No doubt about this. Kraken getting captured. Kraken buff is incoming. And after a charge scream here, she will join the lane and try to push as far as possible. So let's see how fast can Hunters take Kraken down. Once just going down, back to base. He had like over 1k gold. Alternating Current, Atlas Pauldron. And he's going for a very hybrid build. Again, the Heavy Prison incoming, so I don't see a real attack or weapon power item here. Interesting. Doesn't work out too good. 0-6 seems like a pure weapon power build. I don't know if we can say it's better, but it seems more stable. But anyway, is this the final push? Is it the final push to the third game?
Well,
Godfather.
we do see Hellfire Brew going in, so on Stan Smith and Slash Moon actually, but Slash Moon is fine. He reflex blocked it. Kraken is getting a lot of damage. Already 2 turrets are shooting at him, but the 1 turret is getting so low that Deju thought, well, we could jump in, but no, Slash Moon is getting, wait for it, getting a lot of poke there, but he's running, he's on a fountain, and he can actually stutter step. His breaking point is stacking, and that is the final push, and that is going to be a third match between the Vine Brothers and Hunters.
Without any ban. Wow, what a match, what a comeback here. Stan Smith surrounded by the twins. That was very, very well played. And it seems like they kind of like could break the run from Hunters here. Hunters, they did overall a good performance, struggled in this game. And you can see here a lot of communication going on, finding the right comp to fight exactly those guys here. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, going for the third match, no bans, everything is open. Oh, I talked about bans for the third match. That's.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
During the game.
All right.
Makes no sense.
Oh yeah, it doesn't. I just realized. Okay, victory divine.